Hello. Today I'll conduct an informal code review of my CS360 mobile architecture and programming inventory app. I named the app Stalked, so keep this private in case I choose to take it public. I'd hate if someone else took that name. Anyway, the review will focus on three key categories: software design and engineering, algorithms and data structures, and databases. I'll also analyze the existing code, identify weaknesses, and outline my plans for enhancements. For my enhancement project, I selected an artifact from CS360, and the application is called Stalked. It was developed to streamline inventory management for flower shops. It addresses critical user needs such as low stock alerts, easy inventory tracking, and efficient communication regarding inventory levels. This project not only highlights my technical skills, but also reflects my commitment to creating solutions that enhance user experience. So, this first page is the home activity class, which is the home page of the app, and it serves as the main interface for users of the inventory management app. It allows users to select an inventory category from a drop-down menu, search for items using a text input field, view welcome messages and summaries, including total items and stock flow. It also sends alerts, SMS alerts for low stock levels, depending on user permissions. These features create an interactive and user-friendly experience for managing inventory effectively. Now let's analyze the existing code using the code review checklist. So we'll see that the code mostly conforms to relevant coding standards, but there are minor inconsistencies in naming conventions that need to be addressed. An example would be this button low stock and this floating action button. I mean, the button could just be like button low stock or button floating action or like button in the end. It just makes coding easier and less confusing when it comes to syntax. And then another problem that I noticed was in the send SMS method, the phone number used is hard coded here. This limits flexibility and user customization. So if the number needs to change, the code must be modified or redeployed, which is I don't know, it's just hard work unnecessarily. In the has permissions method, you'll see that it is static instead. The variable is static and does not accurately reflect the current permission status after a permission request. This can lead to incorrect behavior if the permission state changes. So if the user denies permission, for sending SMS after it was previously granted, I don't know where that would be recorded. Also, there's no error handling for the SMS sending process in the send SMS method. So if the SMS service fails due to connectivity issues, the app may crash or behave unexpectedly without any feedback to the user. There's also minimal documentation, as you can see, which, doesn't explain the purpose of the methods and the key logics, and it makes it difficult to understand the code whenever we need to maintain it. So gotta work on that. And the comments are inconsistent and sometimes vague, and we need clear and consistent comments, which because they're essential for understanding the intent and functionality of the code. And those are also the areas of improvement, basically. And so the planned enhancements are, I would like to refactor that send SMS permission handling. I plan to create a utility method to handle SMS permission requests, consolidating the permission logic into a single method to avoid redundancy. And this will showcase my ability to improve code maintainability and clarity by reducing duplication and demonstrating good coding practices. This aligns with course outcomes related to designing effective software solutions and enhancing code quality. Second thing I'll do is I'll add error handling to the search functionality. If no results are found when the user searches for an item, a user-friendly message will be displayed. And this will illustrate my skills in user experience design and defensive programming, ensuring that the app behaves predictably and informs the users appropriately. Course outcomes supported. This enhancement will support outcomes focused on user experience and robust application design. I also plan to add comprehensive comments throughout the code, explaining the purpose of each method and key logic points, particularly in the enable low stock SMS and send SMS methods. Right. All right. Let's move on to category 2, which is algorithms and data structures. And in the context of the stocked app, the SMS notification feature serves to alert users when inventory items fall below a certain threshold. The feature is primarily implemented within the items database helper class, which is this one here, and specifically in the update item quantity method. Here. When an item quantity is updated, the app checks if it's less than or equal to 50. If so, it triggers an SMS notification to a predefined number. Some key functions are the update item quantity method, which updates the quantity of an item in the database, and the send SMS method in home activity, which is called to handle the actual sending of the SMS. And that. So analyzing the existing code, since we analyzed home activity in category 1, I'm going to go ahead and do the database helper. And the SMS notification logic is integrated well within the update item quantity method, but it could be refactored for better separation of concerns. An example would be the SMS sending logic could be encapsulated in a separate method, improving clarity and maintainability. The current implementation directly sends an SMS to the hard-coded phone number, which limits flexibility and user customization. Number 3, we're just using the code review checklist here. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier. Number 3 is efficiency. They check for stock levels, and sending an SMS is straightforward, but it lacks scalability. If the app grows to handle more items, this logic might become cumbersome. And there's no error handling implemented for SMS sending, which could lead to crashes if the SMS connectivity fails or permissions are not granted. So some practical enhancements for this second category would be move the SMS sending logic into a dedicated method within a utility class. And this will show my ability to create modular code that enhances readability. This aligns with designing effective software solutions and improving code quality. And for the second enhancement, I am going to implement a settings page where users can input their phone number for SMS alerts. That way it's not hard-coded. And this demonstrates a user-centered design and application customization. Number 3, we'll implement error handling for SMS sending. So I would add error handling into the send SMS method to manage SMS failures gracefully. This will illustrate my skill in defensive programming. For category 3, we'll do the items database helper and the inventory screen. So the item database helper class manages the SQLite database for inventory items. It includes methods for adding, retrieving, updating, and deleting items. So right here, great, add item, get all items, as you can see, delete item, yep. The SMS notification feature is integrated into the update items quantity method, which checks if an item's quantity is low and sends an SMS alert accordingly. I know all of this sounds very repetitive, but I promise it is not. Some key functions are the add item, get all items that I just showed you, delete items, update item quantity, and those are the key functions of this class. And using the code review checklist, the following findings arise. For the structure, the class is well structured, but the SMS notification logic could be better organized. The get all items function is simplistic and does not allow any variance in the retrieval order of items. Oh, highlighted the wrong thing. All right. The logic for updating and adding items is functional, but the database only holds the minimal information required. In addition, the SMS sending logic could be migrated to a more suitable location. The adding items. The current implementation is efficient for basic operation, but the SMS feature could create bottlenecks if not managed properly with multiple inventory items. And there's also no error handling for database operations, which could lead to crashes if the operations fail. And some practical enhancements for that is I would plan to add like the ability to add tags to the database to ease in sorting and filtering, just because I assume flower shops are not selling just one thing, you know? And this will showcase my ability to write clean, maintainable code. I also plan to use the added tags to implement filtering and sorting of the database to make the inventory easier to manage. And this will illustrate my understanding of SQL and queries into the SQLite database. This supports outcomes related to secure coding practices. I will also add try-catch blocks around database operations to manage potential errors effectively, just because it was lacking. This will demonstrate my skills in defensive programming and aligns with creating reliable applications and maintaining data integrity. The SMS notification feature in both categories serves as a crucial component for enhancing user interaction and inventory management. By addressing the identified areas for improvement, I aim to refine the functionality, security, and overall user experience within the stocked app. And I hope that this app was able to satisfy all three categories. Thank you.